Hello, my lovely soldiers. Today I'm visiting to the grave of the one person I look up to, the one who did my intro. It's no other than Auntie Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing. I'll just pass a quick portal and then here we go. We're here. Pay respect to the founder. So yes, I am here to pay respect to the founder of the modern nursing, which is known as the Lady with the Lump, no other than Florence Nightingale. The Nightingale family burial site is at the Church of St. Margaret in East Wellow, where I am right now. It is very near the family estate of Embley Park. The church was founded in 1215, the year of the signing of the Magna Carta. It is a small building holding around 100 people but rich in architectural interest. You might be asking why Florence Nightingale is buried in Romsey. Well, reportedly, her family were offered a burial at Westminster Abbey, but they declined in favor of burying her in the village of Wellow. The reason for this is that St. Margaret's Church is the home of the Nightingale family memorial. So from this point, I already know where is Florence Nightingale's grave because it's very obvious. It is different among the rest of the graveyard here. I was thinking to buy a white roses for her, but since pink is my favorite color, obviously, so I choose the pink to add more color in the graveyard. Actually, when we are here, there's a lot of like memorabilia, like nursing pins, and some of little things that was left her graveyard. And I think I'm not the only one who visited her today because there's a lot of new things that are there, that are small ones that is left in the graveyard. This place is very peaceful but not scary at all because it's alongside with a church, and the church is still actively giving mass every day and especially on Sundays. So as you can see here, it's only engraved with FN. That means Florence Nightingale. So she was born in 12th of May 1820 and died in 13th of August 1910, which she died a very early age, around 38 years old. So this side is her father, William Edward Nightingale of Embley in this country, and Leyhurst, Derbyshire, died January 5th, 1874 in his 80th year. And in dry light, small we see lights. This one. In memory of our mother, Frances Nightingale, wife of William Edward Nightingale, died February 1st, 1880. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. So it's a family tomb. In memory of Frances Parthenope, elder daughter of William Edward and Frances Nightingale, and second wife of the Right Honorable Sir Harry Burney. But so it's a family. Florence Nightingale had contracted a Crimean fever and would never fully recover. By the time she was 38 years old, she was homebound and bedridden and would be so for the remainder of her life. Florence Nightingale gained the nickname the Lady with the Lump during her work at Secretary. The Times reported that at night she would walk among the beds, checking the wounded men, holding a light in her hand. Her greatest success was during the Crimean War, when along with 38 voluntary nurses, she cleaned and refurbished the hospital in Secretary and reduced the mortality rate from 40 to 2%. Oh, amazing. However, Florence had other ideas because as a teenager in 1837, she received a divine calling to do God's work, which sparked her advocacy of social and healthcare causes and eventually led her to establish nursing as a distinct profession. She emphasizes the fundamental principle of healthcare in her quote, "The very first requirement in a hospital is that it should do the sick no harm." This statement highlights the importance of patient safety and well-being as a primary objective of any medical facility. Why Florence Nightingale is so special? So she was an inspiring, courageous woman. She also wrote widely, publishing over 200 books, pamphlets, and other articles on nursing, hospital management, and English feminism. Her most famous works, Notes on Nursing, were circulated to the hundreds of hospitals during her lifetime and are still used widely today. It's the very first day of being a nursing student. We already know Florence Nightingale, as we always recite the Nightingale's Pledge every morning. So the original version is, I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I shall abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and shall not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. As a nurse who graduated decades ago, I can still remember and still can recite the Nightingale's Pledge even if I don't have a copy, because we recite it every day the whole 4 to 5 years of our nursing school. Nightingale tackled everything that life threw at her and came out successful. She was the founder of modern nursing and is a figurehead in nursing. To this day, she is still regarded as a hero, and that is why as nurses, we often look up to her for inspiration. At this point in our lives, we need someone to inspire and motivate us. We need someone to show us what we are working towards and why we need to stick to the fight. Luckily, there is, or I should say there was, no one did it better than the lady with a lump, Florence Nightingale. Through her selflessness, dedication, and commitment to serving others, she revolutionized nursing as a profession. So that ends my visit here in Florence Nightingale's grave, and I'm so blessed and very, very thankful that never in my wildest imagination that I'll be able to come here. Like what? So since we are already here in Romsey and it's not too late, it's around 2 o'clock in the afternoon and it's raining, yeah, but it's just drizzle. So let's go to city center. Oh, by the way, from the main road going to the St. Margaret's Church, it's around 15 to 20 minutes trek. It depends how fast you walk, or 5 minutes in a car ride. It's very scenic here. It's so pretty. You'll enjoy the ride or walk for sure. So here we are now in the city of Romsey. So we don't really have an itinerary for today. Our itinerary is only to visit Florence Nightingale's grave. So we are just walking around the city trying to find what we can see, sightseeing. It's very nice here. Romsey is a town in the Test Valley district of Hampshire, England. The town is situated 7 miles northwest of Southampton, where I live, and 11 miles southwest of Winchester and 17 miles southeast of Salisbury. It sits on the outskirts of the New Forest, just over 3 miles northeast of its eastern edge. The population of Romsey was 14,768 at the 2011 census. Romsey is one of the principal towns in the Test Valley borough and lies on the River Test, which is known for fly fishing, predominantly trout. The town center underwent substantial remodeling, removing the roundabouts around the statue of Lord Palmerston and creating a pedestrianized area. Now let's visit one of the famous sites here in Romsey, which is the Romsey Abbey. So this is the name currently given to a parish church of the Church of England in Romsey, a market town in Hampshire, England. Until the dissolution of the monasteries, it was the church of a Benedictine nunnery. The surviving Norman-era church is the town's outstanding feature and is now the largest parish church in the county of Hampshire, since changes in county boundaries led to the larger Christchurch Priory being now included in Dorset. The current vicar is the Reverend Thomas Wharton, who took up the post in September 2018. The church was originally built during the 10th century as part of the monastic foundation of the Benedictine woman. The religious community continued to grow and the village grew around it. Both suffered already in 10th century when Viking raiders sacked the village and burnt down the original church in 993. However, the abbey was rebuilt in stone in around 1000 and the village quickly recovered. The abbey and its community of nuns flourished and was renowned as a seat of learning, especially for the children of the nobility. In Norman times, a substantial new stone abbey was built on the old Anglo-Saxon foundation by Henry Blues, Bishop of Winchester and Abbot of Glastonbury, younger brother of King Stephen. In this general period, the community prospered, and by 1240, the nuns numbered more than 100. It was in this period that a dramatic case arose of Princess Marie, youngest daughter of Stephen of England. Despite the faithful service and prayer of many of the nuns over many centuries, there are scattered traces of irregularities in the conduct of the house, of which the evidence would merit impartial investigation with modern historiographical methods, rather than state prejudice. Some sources accuse the abbess Elizabeth Broke of ruling over a period of scandal, including allowing poor dress standards for nuns, allowing nuns to go to the town taverns, poor account keeping, and an unhealthy relationship with a chaplain. The abbey continued to grow and prosper until the Black Death struck the town in 1348, while it is thought that as much as half of the population of the town, which was then 1,000, died as a result. The number of nuns fell over 80% to 1972. Nuns died, including Abbess Joanna. After the plague, there were never more than 26 nuns in the abbey. This so affected the area that all over prosperity of the abbey dwindled, though it remained an important local institution and continued its traditional function of prayer and charity towards the local people. Although the community of nuns itself was forcibly dispersed in the dissolution of the monasteries, the abbey building escaped the general fate of the religious and charitable establishments at this time and were not demolished. This was because the abbey church has a substantial section dedicated to St. Lawrence, which served as a place of worship for the townspeople. This arrangement, found also elsewhere in various forms, was designed to preserve the particular life of the nuns, with its heavy schedule of church services from re-encroachment by the needs of the people. The latter were catered for, however, by the celebrations of liturgy ensured by the nuns and chaplains. Not far from here is the War Memorial Park, where we just walk around 10 minutes to go in this park. So this park is situated adjacent to the internationally renowned River Test and within a short step from the historic town center of Romsey. The park is rich in heritage dating back to 1920 and was created to honor the brave who fell in the First World War. The park now provides a wonderful setting for formal and informal recreations for residents and visitors to the town. The park boasts the perfect setting for the war horse and trooper sculpture, which was central to the 2018 Centenary Memorial Service, reflecting 100 years since the end of the World War I. This lovely artwork was commissioned by the Friends of the Park and unveiled by the Princess Royal in 2015, as well as quality facilities such as the inclusive children's play area, tennis courts, and a thriving bowling club. The park offers areas for quiet relaxation within a wonderful landscape, including riverside fishing, attractive seasonal bedding, mature trees, and importantly, the place to catch up with friends over tea and cake at the locally run Park Cafe complete the offer. Memorial Park is a true community facility, and its management is directed in partnership with the Friends of Memorial Park. The park hosts a wide range of community-led events, from the annual Mayor's Picnic and Beggar's Fair to the weekend concerts in the Victorian style bandstand, which features everything from brass to jazz. The development of the park's management plan, created in conjunction with the Friends of the Park, seeks to deliver term and sustained improvements, ensuring the park's survival for future generations to enjoy. The park has been the holder of the prestigious Green Flag Award for the last 12 years. The award recognizes the best green spaces across the UK and overseas, and only those spaces which can demonstrate commitment to high standards of management, sustainability, care for nature conservation and heritage, whilst working in partnership with the local community, can fly the flag. Oh, by the way, this World War II 150mm Japanese field gun was presented to the townspeople of Romsey in 1946 by Rear Admiral the Viscount Mountbatten of Burma, Supreme Allied Commander Southeast Asia Command, in recognition of the townspeople's service, both military and service in the Second World War. In my short visit here in Romsey, I can therefore say that it's really pretty and it's really a nice town to visit. I'll give it a 2 thumbs up. It's worth visiting, guys. It's not really far from London or from Southampton. It's just like 15 minutes away. I will definitely come back here next month to attend the Mass in Romsey Abbey, and according to one local here, that by next month it will be more colorful and pretty because all the flower will bloom by next month, and I'm excited to see it because from now it is very pretty already. It's like very colorful with all the flowers. Guys, please visit Romsey, and thank you again for watching. Bye bye.